Okay. I'm 2 months postpartum of having my baby. That's a long time not to make a video. And I haven't caught y'all up on anything. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do like month by month of vlogs about pregnant life and stuff. But I totally misconceived pregnant life. So this video is going to be about my pregnancy story, my birthing story, because I had to be induced for labor. I didn't go in on my regular scheduled due date. Regular scheduled due date. I didn't go in. My due date was January 3rd. So let me pull out my calendar so I can be right with this. Why do I have this? So let's backtrack all the way back to December 2014. On December 11th, I had my last appointment that I was going to have up here in Ruston. Because right now I'm staying in Ruston because I used to go to Grambling State University and my boyfriend still goes to Grambling State University. So we're living up here right now. So December 11th would be my last appointment that I was going to have with my doctor up here in Monroe, Louisiana. So when I went to that appointment, you know, I'm so close to my due date. I'm thinking she's going to tell me that like I'm dilating or something, or my cervix is soft, or I don't know, I'm going to have a baby in like the next week. But she was like, oh no, your cervix is still hard, you're not dilating at all, and your stomach is still really high. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go home for winter break and then we're just going to move along from there. So when I went home, I was talking to my mom like all through the month, telling her that I really wanted to get in a hotel room up in the French Quarters. Because if you've been to New Orleans before, you know there's a Hilton like right on the river, and it's connected to like the Riverwalk Mall, so you can like actually like walk through the lobby down some stairs and you'll be right there in the mall. So I really wanted to stay over there. I really wanted to walk the mall and stuff so that I can walk my baby out. So she was like, okay, fine. So from that Sunday to that Wednesday, which was Christmas Eve, we was in the hotel, me and my boyfriend. So from that Sunday to Wednesday, I was walking down. Like as soon as we touched down, I got me some rest. And we had went to the Riverwalk. We walked the Riverwalk because they had just remodeled it. And I never seen the remodeled version of the Riverwalk. So I was really excited about that. So we had walked the mall. And I really overestimated my walking abilities. Because as you can see right here, I was pretty big. 38, 39 weeks. I was huge. Like everybody was always asking me, girl, you having two babies or you having one? I'm like, baby, this is one baby, this is one boy. I want to have one baby. Don't be trying to curse me with two babies at one time. Don't do that. So I was really like excited about walking and stuff, but I really overestimated it because I was so tired. And if you've ever been to the Riverwalk, if you ever get the chance to go to the Riverwalk, the Riverwalk is a long, stretched out mall. You know, it's a long walk to be 9 months pregnant. But I walked it anyway. That whole Wednesday I was walking. That Sunday we had like walked the Riverwalk a little bit to get some food. We had went to the Casino Harris, which is like right across the street from that. So I was doing a lot of walking. So I had did like a lot of old wives' tales trying to induce my labor naturally, because I knew that like I was probably gonna have to get induced because my stomach was just sitting up that high. But I tried a lot of old wives' tales, like walking, of course, pineapple juice, like every single day I tried pineapple juice. Why pineapple juice? Pineapple juice has a compound in it called bromelain, and it is said that it's supposed to it's supposed to like induce contractions in your uterus. So I was drinking a whole bunch of pineapple juice, but it didn't work. And a lot of people said that you're supposed to try to get the baby out how you got the baby in. Let your imagination run wild with that one. But I tried that too, and nothing worked. So after that week that after them couple days that we had stayed in a hotel, I had another doctor's appointment because, you know, in your third trimester, they want to see you every week. So I had another doctor's appointment. So that doctor's appointment happened to fall on New Year's Eve. So I thought I was going to get some good news.
And a lot of people telling me that if you have a New Year's baby, they give you like a lifetime, like a year's supply of diapers and stuff and formula and stuff. I was trying to have me a New Year's baby, okay? I thought all that walking was going to make me have a baby, but
I got to the doctor's office, and this is my favorite doctor. I love Dr. Gillespie in New Orleans, but she checked me and she was like, girl, you said you was walking. Girl, you ain't walk because this baby, your cervix is still hard. Your stomach is still sitting up high. You're not about to have this baby no time soon. And mind you that my due date is January 3rd. So I'm just like, oh my God, I do not want to be pregnant anymore. I'm huge. I can't move. I can't tie my shoes. I'm hungry all the time. I don't want to do this anymore. So my due date came and went. It was just like, hi, nice to see you. No, you're not having a baby. You're not seeing a baby today. So after that appointment, I had another appointment on the 5th. So when I had went in on the 5th, my doctor was like, okay, you're not having this baby no time, so we're going to have to induce you. So I was always kind of nervous about being induced because I wanted to like go into natural labor. I wanted that surprise element of my water breaking at 5 o'clock in the morning while I'm asleep or something. I don't know. I wanted that. But so at that appointment, she told me like, okay, well, I'm going to schedule your inducement on the 14th. On the 14th, you're gonna most definitely have a baby on the 15th, so just start getting prepared. It was kind of like a anticipation, so it's like I kind of had everything or knew everything that I needed or that I would need to go to the hospital. It wasn't like I'm just trying to rush and grab my hospital bag and everybody's trying to rush out the door, trying to rush me to the hospital. It wasn't like that. So on the 14th, which was a Wednesday, at like 5 o'clock, they told me that I had to be to the hospital. So before we went to the hospital, we had stopped at Waffle House. I really wanted some Waffle House, and I needed it. I craved it. I had to get it before I went to the hospital. Now, I didn't know that you can't eat after you go to the hospital. Like, after you're checked in and you're about to have a baby, you cannot eat. Nobody told me this. Nobody told this 9-month pregnant girl that you couldn't eat for the rest of the night. So we went to Waffle House and I ended up eating like half of my food. And I thought that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to package this to go. I'm going to have it like later on tonight. You know, they probably going to have a microwave up in there and I could eat. When I got there, I told my nurse that, she was like, oh no, sweetie, you have to eat popsicles and chipped ice and water. I'm like, 9 months I have been sitting here eating whatever I please, whenever I please. And you're going to tell me I got to eat popsicles for the rest of the night? Oh no. That ain't gonna work. But I had to, because it was like if I ate something, I had like the chance of like the risk of throwing it up and all kind of stuff. So I'm just like, I should have finished my waffle. Now it's gone. But whatever. The popsicle was good. I guess stuff, when you can't eat nothing, I swear stuff be tasting so good. But I had a lot of misconceptions when I went to the hospital. Like, I didn't know a lot about labor. You know, I'm only 21. So one misconception that I had about going into labor was that I thought that you had to be a certain centimeter to get your epidural. But as soon as I got there and they hooked me up to the IV and stuff, and they hooked me up to the monitor and hooked my baby up to the monitor, my anesthesiologist had came in. And he was just telling me like, oh no, you don't have to wait. You know, that's like a big misconception throughout like the nation, that you have to wait until you're like a certain centimeter to get an epidural. But you don't. You can get an epidural as soon as you walk in the door. You can be like, hey, how you doing? I want an epidural. But my nurse said and told me, and the anesthesiologist told me, they say that you don't want to rob yourself of that experience. You don't want to rob yourself of kind of feeling the pain and like knowing what people are talking about like saying like, oh my God, having a baby and that pain is just, you want that experience. So I can really agree with that. You do really want that experience of feeling what a contraction feels like. I kind of overestimated it. I was like, okay, well, they told me, I got there at 5 o'clock. The anesthesiologist came talk to me. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to wait until I go into labor to get the epidural. That was like around 5 o'clock as soon as I got there. 7 o'clock, they told me that they were going to come in and they were going to attach to me what was going to kick me into labor. And what they attached me was like a band-aid that you stick on your cervix. I was like, okay, well, they're going to stick this on me and I'm just going to hold out until like 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, when they come take it off, that's when I'm going to get my epidural. You know, I'm going to be fine. When we had got to the hotel, we realized that there wasn't a bed in the actual delivery room. The bed was in the mommy room, kind of like after you had a baby. That's where the bed was. So I told my boyfriend, like, yeah, you can go home. Like, I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to get an epidural until like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be okay. So I sent him home. So we're FaceTiming. My mom's asleep. Like, you know, it's getting like later and later. So it's like around 10 o'clock. We're FaceTiming and I'm telling him like, oh, like I feel like I'm having cramps. Like it kind of hurts, but I'm okay. Like I can do it. From when we hung up the phone at like 12, I told him that I was going to try to get some sleep. When he hung up the phone at 12, my stomach went to killing me. Oh my god, it hurt so bad. The only way I can explain it is like really bad cramps. It felt like I had the worst cramps ever, and it was only getting worse and they were only coming closer. So I was like, this has to be contractions. I can't take this. It was like around 1 o'clock. I'm trying to like hold tight and hold together because right from like 12 to 1, they weren't that close together. So it was kind of like every 20 minutes I'm feeling it and it's like a contraction. From 1 to 2, they started to pick up more. From 2 to 3, oh my god. They were like 5 minutes apart. I could not catch a break. As soon as one was stopping, I kind of like a breath to breathe, and then another one was starting. So it was just like, okay, well, I have to get this epidural. Babe, you have to come back. Can you come back, please? You know, it's like a 10-minute drive from where he stayed, but come back. I need you. When he came back, I was like the exorcist. Like I was just like, I was waiting on him to get the epidural. So I'm just like tapping on the I'm just like tapping on this little table that they got like hooked to the bed. I'm just like, oh my head, please, this hurts. But after he came and I told him that I wanted the epidural, he actually had to leave. So I actually could have got it without him. I didn't have to wait for him because I thought he was gonna be there with me. I thought they was gonna let him stay in the room, but no, they told him he had to get out. And it was just a nurse and anesthesiologist that was there to do my epidural. Now, I thought that it's a huge needle that goes into your back and you got to stay still because the needle stays in your back and they're going to tape the needle that's still in your back like to your back, and I thought it was going to be like extra. But come to find out that the epidural is nothing but a needle that goes into your back that actually attaches a tube to your spine, and they take the needle out and the tube is just in your back, and the tube is actually what distributes the medicine into your spine. So I was like, once I found that out, I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do this. So they gave me the epidural and it told me the best news that I ever heard like that whole night was that you can press the epidural button. It's like a button that they give you and you can press it one time every 10 minutes. But you don't even need to do it. Like, you don't even have to even like press it one time every 10 minutes because that medicine is the bomb. They need to bottle that up and sell it in the store. My camera died. I had to come back. But I think we're talking about epidural. Yeah. But I think we were talking about epidural. Once I got my epidural, I was fine. I was in heaven. I slept. I woke up. The only problem about not sleeping long, but the only problem about like being in the hospital is they come bother you all the time. Leave me alone. I'm gonna tell y'all if he coming, and if he's not coming, just leave me alone. Let me go to sleep. From 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I got a lot of sleep. From 7 o'clock when they had took the medicine out from my cervix, They came in every 20 minutes. Oh, get some rest. Da da da. But y'all keep coming in here. I can't rest if y'all keep coming in my room. I can't go to sleep. Oh, they came check your blood pressure. They came check your stomach. They came check everything you could think of. Oh my God. But around 3 o'clock, I had a baby, and his name was Ronnie. And he was 9 pounds and 3 ounces. I pushed him. Yay me, because I pushed him out. And everybody always asks me every time I tell them, oh yeah, I had a 9-pound baby. They say, you pushed him out naturally? Yes, I did. Go me. And I had got a 2nd-degree tear with my son. I'm not going to go into it. You can Google it, you know, if you really want to know about it, if you're a mom or something. But there are 1st-degree tears, 2nd-degree tears, and 3rd-degree tears. And I had a 2nd-degree tear with my son. With that, it's a whole task in itself. Because when you tear, you have to get stitches. And the stitches hurt like really bad afterwards. But they give you medicine. They give you Percocet, and another medicine for cramping and stuff. But it hurt. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. That was the most painful thing besides contractions about my whole labor was afterwards, and living with the stitches like for the next 3 days. For the next 3 days, they're gonna hurt and it's gonna be sore. But after a while, they are dissolvable stitches. So after a while, they do go away. But it's just the dealing with them, like being like fresh out the hospital, and you know your body is like kind of tired from having all this stuff, and then you have to like kind of sit certain ways because it hurts. It does. So that's one thing that you know you kind of have to be prepared for. I had a pretty normal labor. I tried to record going through it, but when you're there and it's like you're kind of not in a mental state to like kind of record it, kind of just like living through the moment. So this is why I made this video, because I wanted to tell y'all about kind of misconceptions that you don't know, and like a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I feel like, hey, maybe somebody else doesn't know it and I'm kind of giving them new information. So just the epidural isn't that bad. Being in labor isn't that bad. Actually having a baby isn't that bad. So I guess somebody wanted to make a guest appearance. But this is my baby. He is 2 months old. He's staring at this balloon that I got attached to my camera stand. But Ronnie, look at camera. Look at camera. No. Forget that balloon. Oh, look at the camera. Hey, camera. Come on. Look, I'm going to put it right here. Hey, the camera. This is my son. And he's 2 months old. He's a big old 2 months. Oh, that's a big old baby. That's a big old munchkin. But he's 2 months old. And I'll make a separate video about mommy life and how you don't expect some kind of like certain stuff and all that. I'll make another video about that. But pushing him out was not that hard. You know, they're gonna tell you that when you're ready to have a baby, because it's gonna feel like you gotta poop. And it's kind of like pushing. I ain't gonna say it, but you gotta get it. Excuse me. But he is a pretty chill baby. He doesn't cry a lot. He only cries like when he's hungry and when he's tired. That's the only time he's really like fussy and crying. So I want, okay. I just got him on a sleeping schedule. Come on, you want to stand up any other time? I just got him on a sleeping schedule. So he's now sleeping through the night and being up more during the day. And that's when I record my videos. It's going to be during the day. So I guess he wants to make a guest appearance. What's going on? So yeah, that's the video for today. Say bye-bye, Ronnie. Okay.